Panopticons came about as a part of a wider programme of regeneration for the East Lancashire area, which we are encouraged now to call Pennine Lancashire, to emphasise its hilly nature, the fabulous landscape we have around here. And Panopticons is about promoting the splendours of our landscape. And Panopticons and its wider regional park programme is about showing the world positive images of East Lancashire. The regional park couldn't exist on all that valuable work alone because people wouldn't notice it, and the regional park needed some iconic aspects to it to start to attract the attention of the wider world, and that's where Panopticons came in. And the key idea of it all is the fantastic panoramic views that you can stumble across in any number of places around East Lancashire. To lure somebody up into those hills, perhaps to visit the Panopticon to start with, but then to show them what's beyond that, to see the fantastic panoramas that stretch out before them, and to get them to start at that point, but to discover East Lancashire. That's the plan.
Hello, my name's Gail. I work for Mid Pennine Arts, and today I'm going to take you on a tour of East Lancashire's Panopticons. This is perhaps one of the most understated of the sculptures. It's not so much of a sculpture as a viewing platform. It's the site of the old cannon battery. It was a derelict site, so that was why it was chosen for this sculpture. And as you can see, it was actually used rather than placing something on top of it.
Corporation Park was opened in 1857. The cannons had been captured from the Russians in the Crimean War. Lime trees flanked the Broadwalk. The century-old conservatory is Grade 2 listed.
But I must say I do like it like this. I stand regularly up on the top there and I love it. It's just such a weird sensation, standing up there and leaning over, away from the wall. It's just wonderful. I sit up here with my dog and when we go a walk, virtually every day, rain or shine. I love it.
The railings, I can understand why they're there. Looking nice, I don't really think they actually look nice. The bit that sticks out from the top, that again I think is a good point to have because of health and safety again, because there's no danger of anybody falling over, because you want to get that view which is right from the top, which does look nice at some points as it is.
Yeah, we really like it. It's nice. We enjoyed looking out over there and seeing different views of the new big green bridge, and yeah, it's good.
I didn't even know it was here, and I say its views are fantastic. A lot different than the one at Haslingden.
Just shout when you got to the top of there. I'm on
top of the world.
On top of the world.
We are slightly disappointed with it, although yes, the view is nice and it's a nice day. We really enjoyed going up to the singing ringing tree. We've taken visitors there and grandson, and always found on a bad day you get the lovely sounds from it. Even the little grandson got to climb it, which he was quite happy with, and we brought visitors from away and always been impressed. Really enjoyed that.
And here we are in Burnley at the Singing Ringing Tree. This is on Crown Point, which overlooks the whole of Burnley, and also the wind farms to the left over there. And as you can tell, wind is one thing that we're not short of up here. The noise that you can hear is actually the sculpture itself. Each of these layers are rotated 15 degrees around, so that the wind, whatever angle it's coming from, whistles through it, making different noises. Singing Ringing Tree has been in place for about a year now, and already it's doing what it was supposed to do and attracting attention from all around the world. You know, we've seen features of this sculpture in Amsterdam magazines, in New York, in Washington magazines, in Portugal and in Mexico. So it's really attracting attention, getting people aware of where Burnley is and putting Burnley on the map for East Lancashire.
It sounds kind of sad.
Sounds like you think the Loch Ness Monster might sound.
And here we are at Atom, which is overlooking Wycoller Country Park. This is one of the sites that Lancashire County Council wanted us to look at when we first started the project. They specifically wanted one of the sculptures to be on their land. And they saw Wycoller Country Park as a hidden gem. So they asked us if we would be interested in looking at it. Obviously, when we looked at it and we saw these spectacular views behind us, we thought we needed something that framed them. And that's what this sculpture does. If you go inside it and look at through the windows, it frames the view. We've noticed since this has been up that we've had an increase in visitor numbers. We've had counts before it was built and counts afterwards, and visitors have increased to Wycoller Country Park by about 100%, which is what Lancashire County Council wanted. The view behind us is Pendle Hill, which is spectacular. And if you just look in the valley, this is an amazing view, and this is what this sculpture does. It frames the views for people to look at. One of the things that the Panopticon project has done is not just place sculptures on the tops of hills, but develop a huge amount of community work that goes with it. Especially in Wycoller Village, which we're overlooking now, where there are also some willow sculptures. We've run educational projects, we've had rag rug making, we've held Halloween events, and basically involved the community of not just Wycoller Village, but of the surrounding areas as well. This sculpture was designed by Peter Meacock, and the build of it was a unique process. It's a metal frame inside with concrete, but then it's covered in this bronze patina. This was sprayed on, and it's designed to weather as time goes on so that it looks like real bronze, which it's starting to do here. It's very reminiscent of the Barbara Hepworths.
Because of its location, the Atom was probably the most controversial panopticon. This was August Bank Holiday 2008.
Panopticon. Love it.
I like it.
I like this here. That view is fantastic. Yeah.
I mean, I suppose I see your point. You'd still get the view without this here. But I like it.
This is nice and cold.
Slightly quirky. I wouldn't like to see all of the countryside.
It's nice to hug a ball. Isn't it?
I think it's fantastic, actually. Yeah. Yeah, we put it down from the bottom. Yeah, I do like it.
It's nice with small ones to have something to aim for. One of those things, you know, probably either like it or you don't. And I guess actually the landscape is beautiful enough to do without something like this.
I know, you can tell it's obviously man-made and it's not a natural object, but it's not reflecting light or anything, it just stands. So it's quite good. So I think the finish is poor in a sense, the material.
If they'd made the holes bigger so that you could see more of the view and there was less enclosure, it would be better.
Well, it's a lovely view of Abigail.
I'm still undecided, but it's a lovely valley.
Oh, yes, well done.
It's lovely, beautiful views.
Now, would you come here but for this?
I didn't even know it was here. We came to Wycoller.
Yeah.
Meet this great big baked potato, did you?
No.
Yeah, I mean, I think things like this are great. I mean, when you look at some of the historic things on the hillsides around the UK, they were probably a little bit offbeat like this in their time.
I do like the scenery. I love the green, but I'm not too keen on the concrete.
overlooking Haslingden that way and Accrington that way in the Rossendale Valley. Copestake is a former landfill site, and that's one of the aims of the Panopticon project, to put these sculptures in places where there's regeneration happening. It's brought a lot of investment into the area through the North West Development Agency, Lancashire Economic Partnership and the Arts Council and the Northern Way. And all this investment has actually put work for people in the area. For instance, the sculpture itself was built by A.D. Morton, who are in Bacup. On your left you can see as far as Darwin Tower, and on your right you can see as far as Peel Tower and over to Jodrell Bank over near Manchester. And this is one of the things about this project, is that it's bringing people up to the tops of hills to see the amazing views that you can find all around this county. I mean, there are views here that can rival the Lake District and Scotland. It's a beautiful place and we don't spend enough time looking at it. And that's why we want to encourage people to come up here and to walk up here and to look at it, get some exercise at the same time.
The official opening on a wild and windy autumn day was orchestrated by an international theatre company, Wildworks.
Such a fantastic bunch of people. They're full of energy and ideas, and they're constantly, even over breakfast, they're constantly discussing, oh, we could do that, oh no, we could do it like this, and then we could do this, and oh, yes, the children would like that. They're just absolutely full of ideas, energy and enthusiasm for Haslingden and the project that they're doing today.
Yeah, my granddad, he got lottery grants. He gets them now and again, and grants from other places. He teaches all the young children from age 9 upwards, bowling, crown green bowling. He takes them all around the country for competitions.
Seems like a bit of a waste of money. However, I suppose Haslingden could do with anything they can get, really, you know, to put them on the map like
next time. We still do come up. We've been up a few times watching it being built, you know, and been looking forward. Well, once before that. Yeah, just once. I've come up lots of times now, yeah. Bring the dog next time.
Town packed up, you know.
I think it's wonderful. I think it's really good. I like how it's got everybody together. It may just stimulate people within our area now to do something else like this in the future.
I spend a lot of time around this area.
It's marvellous that they've done something with it, you know. They've landscaped it over.
good. It's brilliant. It's good, isn't it?